Hey man, it's your boy Good SRJ, and I'm back with another banger for y'all niggas. Y'all already know what's happening. I told y'all I'm coming with bangers. Pretty much today, nigga, you feel me? We got some food over here, you feel me? We got some the little cinnamon cinnamon twist, you feel me? Little icing. And then we got some pizza right here, pepperoni and bacon. Niggas got that, you feel me, that Fanta orange. I'm doing a mukbang / story time of my accident. If you don't know, in September, I got in a really bad accident and I posted a little clip. I asked y'all if y'all wanted a story time. Y'all niggas said y'all wanted a story time. I like to eat, so you feel me? Niggas said, let's push it, combine into both, you feel me? Combine that shit. If you haven't already, go like, comment, and subscribe. Damn, you hit the spot. Tastes like candy, sweet like fruit, ooh, wet like water. Can I love on you? But nah, for real. If you haven't already, go like and subscribe to the channel and go check out my other videos, cause you already know those are some bangers too. Headed straight for the top, tippity top. Comment what videos y'all want to see next. You feel me? Niggas be needing video ideas and shit. Or hit me up on Instagram, you feel me? Right here. And hit me up on Instagram with some. You want a slice, my nigga? You want a slice? Better not waste that shit. You want to? Yeah. Eat that shit. You want something to drink? You ain't getting none of this, player. Here go water. Here go water for you, my boy. Nigga, I said no juice, bro. Drink the fucking water, bro. You get on my nerves. Drink the water, nigga. Damn. Asking me for my shit. You ain't put in on this. Ungrateful ass niggas. Alright, so let's start to the video. But let's get right into the story. So, September 21st of last year. So, in 2020, September 21st. I think that's the day. I think it was the 21st. I know it was in September though. But I went to go play football with the homie Vashawn. Y'all should know Vashawn. He's in multiple of my videos. Bobo's in he's in multiple videos too. Well, he records all my videos. The cameraman. And Darion, y'all know who Darion is. He was in multiple videos too. That was before me and Darion was close, and before me and Sean actually really started hanging out a lot.
The fuck are you looking at?
How we do now. So pretty much, niggas was playing football. We got through playing football, and we was all just chilling, talking amongst each other, right? And I had my lips like this while we was talking, and Darion was talking, and he was demonstrating something. You know, black people, they always got to demonstrate and shit and show you what the fuck happened. And he was trying to show us, and I think he was, I don't know what he was doing. I don't think it was basketball, but he was trying to show us something. And he lifted his arm, his hand, and his hand hit my bottom of my chin, and it hit my he hit my chin, and my teeth dug into my skin, dug into my lip, and split my lip open. So when he split my lip open, you feel me, niggas was like bleeding and shit. So niggas, you feel me, had to go to the hospital. So I cleaned myself up, you feel me? It stopped bleeding for a minute, and then it was just a big ass gash in my lip, like a big ass gash. And it was a big ass gash in my lip. So after we got done playing football, I went to the hospital. I got in the car. I drove myself to the hospital. They pretty much just told me put some Vaseline on it. If it don't start closing in about a couple days, come back. So I was like, cool. So I was there for like maybe 30 minutes. I left. So then I'm leaving the hospital, and Bobo and his girlfriend at the time, Malaysia, I'm not putting their business out. They not messing with each other no more, but they used to. And they called me. They're like, hey, let's go to Cane's. Like, come scoop niggas. Let's go to Cane's. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, Bobo, I'm already in Mobile. The hospital's like, is right around the corner from your house. I'm finna come scoop you. We gonna go get Alasia. Cause my house, I live in Paris. So it goes Mobile, Paris, then Menifee. Raising Cane's is in Menifee. So I'm already in Mobile, and I'm like, I can get you right now, Bubba, before I go back to Paris to get Alasia. And he like, I'm doing something right now, bro. Just come back and get me, please, bro, please. I give you gas money. Just go get Alasia and then come get me. So I'm like, all right, I'm finna just go home, change out of these sweaty ass clothes I've been playing football now. I'm gonna go get Alasia and I'm gonna come get you. And then we're gonna go to Cane's. Gonna hop on the freeway, go to Cane's. It was like, cool. So midway before I got home, this girl named Jasmine calls me, the homegirl that used to work with me and Alasia at Wendy's. And so she called and she's like, we all hang out with each other. So she called and she was like, hey, can you come pick me up too? And I'll slide with y'all to Cane's. And then me, I'm like, I don't really care. You feel me? I'm not the type of person to say no. So I was like, yeah, come on. You come on, you can slide. So she's like, all right, cool. So I go home. I switch into my clothes, you feel me? Niggas putting on some actual clothes. No, I put on some sweats or something. Sorry, niggas went home, they put on some sweats and some shit. I leave the house and I go get Alasia. When I get Alasia, I go get Jasmine. So, on our way to go get Bobo, there's literally two ways you can take. There's Paris Boulevard, this long street, or it's this street called Ramona Expressway. And I chose to take Ramona Expressway because that's the best way I knew how to get to Bobo House. I didn't know how to take Paris Boulevard at the time. I do now. So me, I'm like, I'm just gonna take Ramona Expressway. So we get to the light, right about to cross the intersection, and the light turns red. So we stop. This dude named Tyler calls us. Tyler used to work with us too. Literally, our job, it was a lot of young people that worked there, and we all used to hang out. So Tyler calls Alasia and like, what you doing? Like, what's plot? And Alasia like, oh, I'm with RJ and Jasmine. But to remind you, I'm in the driver's seat, Alasia's in the passenger seat, and Jasmine's in the back, but in the middle. So Tyler's like, why y'all didn't invite me? Like, why y'all come get me? And then Alasia pretty much explaining to him like, we really wasn't planning on going. It was just like it came up type of idea. So we was on the phone. The light turns green. So we're going this way, and it's my car and there's a white car. So we go forward and we start pulling off, but I pulled off ahead of him. So I started pulling off ahead of him, and then the truck came and ran through the light fast as fuck. So the car came and I slowed down. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? And then Alasia and us is like, damn, this fucking truck. So then we all stopped, me and the white car. So once the truck went past, we was still inside the intersection. We just had to go, nigga. So the white car kept going, and then I started to go. So we're like this right now. So we're going, and then I look at the truck, and then I turn back. As soon as I turned back, some lady came in the car and hit the front of my car, made my car spin, and then the white car, so it's like this. So my car spun out, and then she hit the white car too, but the white car was ahead of me like this. So it hit my car, spun my car out, and then hit the back of the white car. And then she spun out. So we're going like this. My car is like this now. After I spun that way. When I got hit, it was like everything started moving in slow motion. Literally, everything started moving in slow motion. And you know how like you get into your first fight and like you just black out? That's pretty much what happened. Like I blacked out. I know I didn't pass out, but I blacked out. So like I knew everything that happened. I was still awoke, but like I was just sitting there like frightened. Like what the fuck? Like what the fuck just happened? And I remember I was looking, and then all I seen was smoke everywhere. And like in the movies, you know, like when car accidents happen, it got like that ringing noise and shit like that, like that noise, the ringing noise and shit. That's how it really was, nigga, in real life. It was that. It was like everything moved in slow motion, and there's an airbag in the middle that I never knew that there was an airbag. There was an airbag in the middle. So when I look to my right, I'm thinking that's the side of the car. So I'm thinking Alasia got smushed. I'm thinking she's a goner. Like, no, I'm not even trying to be funny, but I thought she was gone. And I'm like, what the fuck? So then I look back to see Jasmine, and Jasmine is laid in the back seat, like bent over. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, did these niggas just die in my shit? Like I'm trying to hope like niggas ain't die or nothing inside. Do you feel me? With me, cause you niggas, you don't want nobody to die with you. So I'm looking. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? And then something clicked. Something clicked. It made everything speed the fuck up back to normal speed. So everything was moving in slow motion. I felt like everything was slow motion, and you could hear people talking outside the car. And it's like slow motion. I was looking, and then I sat there, and I closed my eyes and I opened them. Everything something clicked, and it sped up time to normal time. And then I looked and I lifted the airbag, and I noticed and I recognized there was an airbag. I lifted the airbag, and then the lady was like, "Come on, y'all, we gotta get out the car." So I'm looking back, and then Jasmine gets up, like she finally comes back, cause she had got knocked out, I think, and. At this time, the seatbelt that Alasia had on, it broke her collarbone, but she didn't even notice her collarbone was hurting at the time. So she gets out the car, moving normally fine, and then I'm getting out the car, but my legs, I can't feel my legs, like dead ass. Like my shit was like not working. Like I tried to lift my motherfucking shit to get out the car, that shit was not working. So I opened the door and I started to crawl out the car. Like I put my hand on the street and I started to crawl out. So when I started to crawl out, this dude, I will always remember this shit. This dude came up to me, bro, with his phone and camera out while I'm crawling out the car. Was like, "Hey, bro, you good, bro? My nigga, you good? My nigga, you good?" And in my head, I'm like, bro, back the fuck up. Like, niggas just got in a car accident, and you over here recording me and shit, asking me if I'm good. Nigga, no, I'm not good. You see me crawling out this fucking Camry that's fucked up. What the fuck? No, I'm not good. So I get out the car, I'm crawling, and then when I finally get out, I sit down on the street, and then my legs start tingling. And then when my legs start tingling, then I started to feel the motherfucker. So then I got up. So when I had got up, my adrenaline started to rush. So I was like, so I started getting up. I started going crazy. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? And then I started going to the person's car. I'm like, who hit me? Like, who seen me? Who hit me? And then it was like, it was this lady right here. This car right here. And I'm taking pictures of her license plates and shit. And Alasia and the other girl, they went to go sit down. But literally, don't forget, remember I told you Tyler was on the phone. So Tyler, he told us that he was on the phone and all he heard was like a cracking noise. Like a big loud crack noise. And that the phone dropped. And I don't know how he got there. I don't know that part of the story. I don't know how he figured out where he was. I think Alasia, when she picked up her phone and went to go sit down, she told him where we was. But that nigga was there in like 2 minutes. And cut a real nigga for that, cause he was there in like 2 minutes. He was trying to help. He was like, after I got done taking the pictures of the people's car, and I'm like, hey yo, who seen what happened? Be my witness and shit like that. He was right there. Like I don't know how the fuck that fast he got there, but that nigga was there in 2 minutes. I promise you. And he was there in like 2 minutes, and then he was helping and everything. He was making sure niggas was good. He was making sure everything. That nigga's a real good friend, like deadass. So after that, I went and I called my mom. So I'm calling my mom. I'm like, Mom, I just got in an accident. She's like, what you mean you just got in an accident? I'm like, somebody just ran a light and hit me. She's like, where are you at? And I'm telling her where I'm at. And blah, blah, blah. We have our little conversation. And then she starts to come. My mom just runs out the house with no shoes. And then she gets in her truck and it comes to where I'm at. So I'm still up. I'm still moving around. My adrenaline is pumping right now. So yeah, Alasia and Jasmine was sitting in the dirt. And then, so I went to where they was and I sat down in the dirt with them. So as soon as I sat down, I laid back. Something just clicked into everybody. Literally everybody. Alasia started crying. Jasmine started crying. I don't cry because, you know, real niggas don't cry. You better check my pedigree, you feel me?
Blue face, baby. Yeah. Alright.
But yeah, real niggas don't cry. So I was sitting there and I was laying back. They just started crying and then something clicked and my body just started feeling like I just got hit with a Mack Truck Deluxe. Mack Truck Deluxe! Nigga, that's a Mack Truck Deluxe. Literally. It felt like somebody fucking grabbed a fucking baseball bat and was just beating the fuck out of me. Like everywhere on my body, bro. My chest, my fucking back, my fucking arms, my legs, my knees. It felt like somebody was stumping me the fuck out. So I'm just in pain now. My mom gets there, she's standing over me, and she's telling me like what happened and stuff. So then the police come, and then the police was there, and then they pretty much like is just telling me like, oh, what happened? Oh, they pretty much asked me what happened and shit, like what the fuck happened. And I'm telling them what happened, and they asked me for my driver license and all that. And then they pretty much asking me like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad does it hurt? All this unnecessary shit. So then we ended up going to so then the ambulance was there and shit. So then they ended up picking me up. Alasia ended up driving to her mom's hospital, where her mom worked at. I had went to the hospital like right. It was like there's like 2 hospitals by each other, and I had went to this trauma center hospital. Me and Jasmine, we went inside the ambulance, but we all had our own ambulance. And so they picked me up, they put me on the little stretcher or whatever, and we went to the ambulance. So we got in the ambulance and they took us to the hospital. So then I'm in a hospital for years. I mean for hours and shit. And here's a picture of me inside the hospital and shit, you feel me? That's a picture of me inside the hospital. And pretty much that was just that. And then after the hospital, hours later, I didn't go home till like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was just glad that it was minor injuries. The shit was hurting bad, but it wasn't nothing like anything was broken or punctured or anything. So I was just happy that didn't happen. But now, like that, I think about it. Sometimes I be like, damn, like fuck, like I wish that shit never happened. But at the same time, I feel like it was like a life lesson from God, like dead ass talk to y'all niggas. Cause one, it just taught me, nigga, like, hey, you gotta be more careful while driving and shit. And me personally, I feel like it gave me a lot of opportunities and shit, if that makes sense. Meaning, it made me think differently in life. Meaning, it made me think that instead of saying, oh, I'm gonna do this later, or I'm gonna do this another day, or oh, just like my YouTube channel, I've been saying, oh, I'm gonna do this next month, I'm gonna get a camera next month, or I'm gonna spend this money and I'm gonna just get this money right back and do it next month, or blah 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 blah, or this and this and this, and all this shit. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make a YouTube video next week, and then I never do that shit, and I'm slacking off. And it just made me think like, damn, your life can get taken quick, like fast as fuck. Whenever you will never know your expiration date. You'll never know your expiration date, and you'll never know when God gonna take you out this world. So it pretty much just made me think differently of life, and pretty much say, it made me want to do, when I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it instead of pushing shit off. And I really advise that to a lot of people. But that's all I wanted to tell y'all. That's my little story time of my accident. So if you haven't already, go like, comment, and subscribe on this video. And turn on post notifications so you know when I'm posting. You feel me? Go follow me on the gram. Because if you haven't followed me on the gram, then what the fuck is going through your mental mind? Come the fuck on now. Comment what y'all want to see next. Comment what y'all want to see next. Give me YouTube ideas. I need YouTube ideas. Comment some videos that y'all want me to do, and I'll try to do them.
Gunshot off blue flame. Ducking from no action, nigga. I get it cracking, nigga. Slide down the opposites. I'm trying to body bag a nigga. You ain't outside on the block, you in the house. I be kicking down doors, trying to find a paper route. Got a stick on my hip and it